Hello YouTube, welcome to a video explaining how to survive in Don't Starve. Let's create a new game. So, if you follow this guide, you will probably be able to last at least 10 whole days. If you follow the guide. So, first things first, you need to choose your character. You need to make sure you choose the right character, because if you choose the wrong character, then you could easily die. So obviously, the correct character is WX78. You can tell because he looks so cool. Okay, so as soon as you get in the game, you don't want to go gathering grass and sticks. You will need to wait until nighttime to do that. First you want to gather food. Make sure not to get any flint because you'll need it later. Make sure not to pick up seeds because later if you want farms then you can pick them up and grow your farms with them. Make sure if you find a touchstone not to activate it until you know you're gonna die. Because if you activate the touchstone right now then it'll be wasted. After you've gotten your food, you can start gathering sticks and grass. Don't gather too much because you'll need it later. The first thing you should make right off the bat is a torch. The torch is obviously the best thing in the entire game, and it's really hard to go without it. So next thing, you want logs. So you make an axe, and when you chop down trees, make sure to chop down the smallest trees first, because if you chop down the big trees, they risk falling on you, and you might get hurt. And also, the little trees will just get in your way later, and you want the big trees if you cut them down. And once in a while, there's a skeleton that has some random items around it. You never want to take these items, because if you do, they're cursed and they will haunt you. It will cause monsters to follow you and they'll be attracted to you, or whatever you do with the items that you got from the skeleton. So it's best to stay really far away from these skeletons because they are haunted. Let's cut down some more trees. Next, you want to make a trap. Traps require 6 grass and 2 sticks. So, to set a trap, you just click down with the trap. You can bait it with carrots to attract rabbits. As you can see, I'm really good at this. The rabbits are attracted to the carrot, and then you can run at them with your axe and scare them away. Here's another piece of flint, so now we can make a pickaxe. A pickaxe allows you to mine boulders to get rocks, and flint and niter and stuff like that. And maybe even gold if you're really lucky. Gold is extremely rare in this game. When it gets nighttime, the only way to stay alive is with a torch, because if you stand in complete darkness for too long, you get killed. So the only way to survive in complete darkness is with a torch. That's what we'll be doing tonight. And it's best not to work during dusk because your character will get really sleepy and they'll lose energy really quickly. So I'm kind of risking it working at dusk time, so I better find a place to set up my torch. Also, if you find green mushrooms, make sure to take them with you. Oh, here's another skeleton. Let's get away from that. Skeletons are bad news. Okay, beefalo. Stay as far away from beefalo as possible, because beefalo are really, really violent and they'll attack you if you even get close to them. So you want to stay as far from beefalo as possible. It's best never to go near beefalo because they're extremely violent. As you can see, it's nighttime, but I have a torch luckily, so I can stay alive during nighttime. As you can see, I've survived for a whole day, but I'm getting cold, so I have to light this grass on fire. Now I'm not cold anymore. I can unequip my torch because there's a fire right next to me. And see, I'm not getting cold anymore, but now I need to take out my torch again because torches do not keep you very warm. So soon I'll need to find something to burn, like this grass. Make sure to stand really close to the fire because then it will keep you safe. If you want to, you can fight the spiders with a torch, because if the other spiders see you attacking one of their spiders, then they'll get scared and run away. Better make another torch so we don't die. This spider's mad at me, so I'll just take him out. Oh no, it seems we've come over to the beefalo. We better stay away from them. Make sure that you save your food for when you're extremely hungry. Like when I start taking damage, I'll eat my food, because that's when it does the most help. Red mushrooms are the best items in the game. At the cost of some health, they will restore your sanity and your hunger, so it's a small price to pay for a great reward. Because as you can see, I'm not very hungry anymore. Also, remember that green mushroom we picked earlier? We can eat that now for a little bit more health. We take a small dip in sanity, but that's a fine price to pay for the extra hunger. Right now, you would think I have to focus on getting my sanity higher, but actually, it's best just to keep doing as I normally would. When you're insane, the background gets a different colored tint to it, and your character starts clutching his head if it's too bad. Got more mushrooms. And eventually, rabbits will turn black. You want to stay away from the black rabbits because they're really dangerous. They turn into monsters. The proof is that they drop monster meat from their black rabbits. Now, you might be thinking I should pick some flowers to make a garland or to get my sanity up. You never ever want to pick flowers because when you pick flowers it's really girly, so you don't want to pick any flowers. That rabbit obviously saw my manliness and got too scared and ran away. Perhaps we can find another rabbit before dark. Okay, sadly that rabbit saw it was dark out, so he went home to his rabbit hole. So we'll leave that there. I'm doing pretty well, actually. Now you may say, to make a fire to cook your food, but you never want to cook your food and don't starve because it takes away almost all the nutrients. So now I'm gonna eat this green cap. It may seem like I'm in big trouble right now, but I will be assured that I know exactly what I'm doing. That monster, it's a crawling horror. If you see that, you want to attack it. Because if you kill... Okay, as you can see, I have 1 health left, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to eat my carrot to recover some health. And now I have 4 health, so I can easily take on it. Well, I survived for a whole day. If you follow this guide, you might even survive for 2 days.